Happy Manliness Monday, guys. Today, I'm going to show you how I sculpt myself with a more full beard. I haven't done it yet this year, just with the expectation that it could show you. And it also helps that I'm getting married on Wednesday and I want to clean myself up a little bit. There are a few things you need to know before you begin. One, your beard needs to be clean. Clean and dry. Like, not blot dry out of the shower, but I mean completely bone dry. How it is 90% of the time while you're out in public. Because that's how you want it to shave it, shape it, because that's how it's going to look. If you do it wet, it's not going to look the same when it's shaped. Now, the second big thing you need to realize is you want to do this a few days before your event or whatever that you're shaping it for. Like for me, this is Sunday, so Sunday night, Monday night, Tuesday night, Wednesday night. It's 4 nights. You want to have at least 3 days in between your shaping, cutting, and when your event is. Same thing goes for hair. It takes a couple days for it to look right. The first thing I'm going to do is shave. I do shape my cheeks with a straight razor, and then I do underneath my neck here, and then I'll start shaping up around my ears, down around my beard, and around my my mouth here. It just gives you a little bit more of a youthful look, more groomed, kempt. And really, it's not that hard. It doesn't take that long. This will probably take me a half hour, and I won't have to do it again for another 2 months, 3 months. Actually, I probably won't have to do it again until next year, because in March I'm getting rid of the cheeks. So, anyways, let's get to it. Now, I shave with a straight razor. I found it gives me a much better shave. Plus, it is so much cheaper. I'm starting off now on a $5 razor. Just teach myself I don't want to do a straight razor until I'm good at it. A straight razor video till I'm good at it. However, $5, it's been shaving me for months, almost a year. Whereas I would have gone through at least a whole pack of Gillette razors, which are like 30 bucks. So you do the math. Apply lather. Now apply a lather however you want. You know, if I didn't have to wear this this mic, I'd probably be doing this topless, just so I can get the extra views from the ladies. Now, I will be doing a full video on this, so I'm just going to speed through this part. I just really don't like, you know, my neck having a beard on it. That's just a personal thing for me. I think it looks unprofessional, unkempt, and, you know, blah, blah, blah. Your mileage may vary, so. Okay, once you have your neck done, you're going to want to do the sides of your face. Now, you know, apply your lather and stuff. Before you even start applying lather, decide on what shape you want. And there is like a number of beard shaping tools and stuff and devices. My shape is I want to go from this bump on top, the top of this bump on my ear, straight down to where this intersection is here. So I do that right there. And I think that gives me a good look. Really, it's whatever you think fits your face the best. That's all it comes down to. What does it look like? What's best on your face? Things that work on my face don't necessarily work on yours. And if you don't know what looks good on your face, go to a professional barber first. You know, go there a few times, ask them, talk to them about them, get a few shaves, and notice what they do to you. So you see I'm going down, stopping at the exact same line every time. That's very important. You want to make sure you don't overshoot that line, because once you take it off, you can't put it back on. Well, you can, it's just going to take a while. At least a couple weeks. And if you only have 3 or 4 days to an event, you're kind of stuck. So, you know, just do your best to mirror it on the other side. It doesn't have to be perfect. The closer you get to symmetry, the better. But also remember that your face actually isn't symmetrical. You know, one eye is higher than the other. One eye is slightly larger. Your ears are slightly different heights. If you wear seeing eyeglasses, This is more noticeable because they take the the level of your eyes and the level of your ears into account when they're fabricating glasses for you, and you can see this when you actually lay your glasses on the table. So that's just one more thing to take into account when you're shaping your face, basically. This is weird having the I don't think you can see it, but this light is like right on my shoulder. Looks about even to me. Okay, now wipe all this off. Don't use water. Like I said, you want to keep your beard as dry as possible to mimic what your daily conditions are going to be like. So let me get rid of this. I'm done with the straight razor for now. Now my tool of choice is the Gillette Fusion razor thingy, and the reason for that is it has a very small cutting surface here, which is great for precision, and it's only like 20 bucks. And you also come with these 3 different sizes, which are pretty easy to shape yourself with here. Now you always start with the biggest one, and I start with a 3. And before you even turn this guy on and start shaving, you want to know what you're doing. So there's this line here where I get this really thin, short hair. I'm gonna get rid of that tomorrow, I believe, or Tuesday. Hopefully tomorrow, at my favorite barber, which I only go to like once every 3 years. So there's this line right here, right at my ear, that I want to take my beard up to. So I'm trying to make a reverse hourglass shape with my head, basically. I want my hair to come out and come down to that point, and from that point out to the beard. So I'm going to start with a 3, and I'm going to start down here at the bottom of my ear, and slowly go into my skin all the way up. You want to remove the... See, I told you I keep hitting it. You want to remove the excess hair as often as possible to make sure you're getting an even cut. Now already that's got to look much better. I don't know if you can see me left to right quite as well because the way the well, let's do this. I don't know if you can see me, but here's the side I was cutting, here's the side that was loose or uncut. So I mean, there is a, to me at least, there's a pretty distinct difference. So all right, now you can see the bottom of my ear again. So it is just a little bit of a balancing act. You want one thing to remember is always go in one continuous motion. Don't do the, don't try and chip away at it as best as you can. You want to try and, glide into your destination. Otherwise, you're going to wind up in like little steps and stuff in your beard, and it will be noticeable. So mimic that on the other side, and then we'll move on to the next part. Okay, looks pretty good to me. And remember, it's crucial that you try not to get each side even. You find a common marker on each side of the face and go to that. It'll help make it look better. There is no such thing as symmetrical again. So also don't do this right before you're going to go out in a shirt that you're going to wear, because you can see all the hair. This is an older shirt that needs to go in the wash anyways. So that's why I don't care about dropping shaving cream and stuff on it. Okay, the next area is the lips. Now I believe I did already cover this once before, but you want to kind of purse your lips and use your tool and just basically plunge cut as accurately as possible and cut your lips out. You can see, I'll get in close, that, you know, the hair is falling down over my lips, and that is kind of unattractive. So let's take care of that. And then I cut out the top of my lip right around my nose too. Just gives it a little bit better definition. And the rule I use for that is I follow the crease of my nose straight down to a point. And that's what I use as a guide. And it usually gives me a pretty good even trim around the top. One thing too, when you're doing this, after you got your lips cut in straight, try and come down in and around, back to that straight line. See, it looks so much better already. Now I'm going to recut my soul patch. I'm going to throw in the number 3 and undercut it a little bit. Remember, you don't want to overdo it. Always go lighter cuts and sneak up onto the appearance you want. Remember, always use light passes and sneak up to the appearance you want. I can't overstate how much overcutting is terrible. I've done it before, and then it's awful. All right, and what I did there is I just picked up my mustache here. I went from the corner of my mouth down to that line I cut previously with the straight razor. I just did that on both sides there. And I took it down to a number 3. You still want a little bit, you still want hair there, but you don't want it to be super thick. That way your mustache can lay flatter against your face. Here's the hardest part for me, is getting this longer part here tamed and manageable. First thing to do is brush it out. You want to get it as nice as possible. Now it's brushed out and decently straightened, and this is usually all I do to it anyways. You can see there are some things that here need to be trimmed up and trimmed out here. Now this is all just eyeballing what needs to be done. Remember, your face and beard are 3D objects, and you need to think of them as such. So you want to move your hands in a 3D motion. You don't want to just do continuous one-line cuts, because that'll give you a really awkward looking beard. The best thing I've found to do is to imagine what your beard, the outline of your beard is in 3 dimensions, and then just follow that. And anything that's outside of those constraints are cut. Anything within can remain. Not sure if that makes sense to a lot of folks, but that's what I do. And see, now it's a lot more, neat and tidied up. So brush it out again, get all the cut stuff out, and just double check your work. I like that. That's much better than it was. Nice, it's even. It's a little bit more kempt. One thing to take in mind though, every time you shorten the beard, it's going to bush out a little bit more because there's less weight. It hangs because there's weight attached to it. So anytime you remove, it's going to curl up and bounce up a little bit. And my hair is really scraggly. So even the littlest reprieve from weight will make it, go a little nuts. So guys, what'd you think? This is something that a lot of people don't talk about because there's such an ingrained culture of beard life, never shave, blah, blah, blah. Real men don't shave their beards. No. That's a lot of machismo stuff that tells a lot more about the person than society. And since this is about being a man, men take care of themselves, men groom themselves. And this is how I grew myself, and I think it's useful to a lot of people to see how to do that, because, you know, beard grooming is kind of looked down upon. You want it just combed, done. I've had guys that, you know, looked at my balm and scoffed because, oh, I just use snot and beer in mine, blah, blah, blah. Like, all right. Let me know how that works out for you. This is one solution to a problem. And that's what this is. This is one solution to a problem. There's a couple different techniques, a couple different thought processes that I've, you know, gone over with you tonight, and I hope it's helpful to you. Again, this isn't for every guy, and this isn't something you do every day. Trust me, don't do it every day. You want to do this every couple months, you know, when you have a beard. This is the first time this year I've done it because I wanted it to have as drastic of a before and after as possible. And I think it, you know, it does achieve the look that I wanted. I wanted to be able to see my ears. I wanted to have that little bit of a fade up to the top of my head. You know, trimmed up my goatee, brightened up my face a little bit, opened up my cheeks a little bit, and I think it looks good. And at the end of the day, it's what you think looks best on you. And if you're trying to attract somebody to be with you, what they think of it as well. Hope this is entertaining, and if it was entertaining or taught you anything, please consider hitting a like, and if you haven't yet, please subscribe. I release new content every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Manliness Mondays, Philosophy Wednesdays, and Project Video Fridays. Join me and learn something, grow. That's what this whole channel is about. It's about improving yourself, improving the world around you, becoming better men, better craftsmen, more thoughtful people. If you can spare $1, I would really appreciate it if you'd head over to my Patreon account and sign up. I am going to be releasing more content there. I've been a little lax about it over the last several months. However, I am going to be releasing new content there. There's this new thing called Lens. I'm going to be using that so, you know, you get daily or bi-daily updates, or daily or every other day updates on things I'm doing, you know, personal thoughts, the whole 9 yards. Join me over there if you can. I would really appreciate it. If you can't, no pressure. It's cool. So, thanks for watching, guys. And remember, your outward appearance tells the world who you are on the inside. I'll see you next week.